History of the Roman arena. Close your eyes and imagine the roar of a crowd so loud it shakes the ground beneath your feet. Stone walls rise high into the sky, stained with sweat,
Let the purification
dust. This is not just a place of entertainment. This is the Roman arena, the heart of power, fear, and spectacle in the Roman Empire. The history of Roman arenas begins more than 2,000 years ago. As Rome expanded from a small city into a massive empire, its rulers understood one powerful truth. Controlling people was not only about armies and wars, but also about distraction. The arena was created to keep the masses entertained, obedient, and loyal to Rome. The most famous of all arenas was the Colosseum, built around 80 AD in the city of Rome. It could hold more than 50,000 spectators. Rich senators sat close to the action, while poor citizens crowded the upper levels. Emperors believed that if people were fed and entertained, they would not rebel. This idea became known as bread and circuses. But what happened inside the arena was far from simple entertainment. The arena was a place of life and death. At the center stood the fighters, often mistakenly called knights, but historically known as gladiators. Gladiators were not noble heroes by birth. Most were slaves, prisoners of war, or criminals sent to the fight. Some were volunteers, desperate men who traded freedom for fame, money, or survival. Gladiators trained in special schools called ludi. These schools were harsh and brutal. Fighters trained daily with wooden swords heavier than real weapons, strengthening their bodies beyond normal limits. Their lives were controlled. They ate specific diets, followed strict routines, and were punished severely for disobedience. Despite their low status, gladiators were admired by the public. They became the celebrities of ancient Rome. Women admired them.
Audio toward a full 20-minute listen. By script, History of the Roman Arena, Part 2. Where the story of the Roman arena developed in the form of gladiators. To truly understand its power, we must look deep into the minds of the people who watched, cheered, and demanded more blood. For the average Roman citizen, the arena was not seen as cool, it was seen as normal. Violence was part of life. Rome was built on war, defended by war, and celebrated through war. The arena turned death into a lesson. Strength survives, weakness dies. From a young age, Roman boys were taught to admire fighters. Courage in the arena was considered the highest form of honor. Even slaves who fought bravely earned respect, something almost impossible in Roman society. Before a gladiator had stepped into the arena, he took a sacred oath. He swore to endure burning, chains, beating, and death by the sword. This oath stripped him of fear. Once taken, his life no longer belonged to him, it belonged to the crowd. On the day of combat, the arena became a living monster. Trumpets echoed through the stone corridors. Gates creaked open. Sunlight poured onto the sand-covered floor, stained dark from harsh battles. The smell of iron, sweat, and animals filled the air. The crowd roared, demanding violence. Gladiators entered the arena in formal procession, saluting the emperor. Contrary to popular myth, they did not always say, "We who are about to die salute you," but the meaning remained the same. Death was expected. When the fight began, there was no mercy in the first moments. Fighters tested each other, probing for weakness. Shields slammed, swords clashed. Every movement was watched by thousands of eyes. Against animals, the fear was even greater. Lions leapt with terrifying speed. Bears crushed bones with a single strike. The sand became slippery with blood, making every step dangerous. One mistake meant death. The crowd reacted instantly. Cheers for attacks, screams for fatal wounds. Sometimes the arena floor itself was part of the trap. Hidden elevators lifted animals suddenly from beneath the ground. Trapdoors opened without warning. Fighters could fall into pits or face multiple beasts at once.
Am I purified?
The arena was designed not for fairness, but for drama. Behind the scenes, arena workers dragged away bodies with
The final trial, dear Thor. To face the ghost that haunts you.
Routine. There was no pause for war. Yet, surprisingly, gladiators were not always enemies. Many formed deep bonds with fellow fighters. They trained together, ate together, and knew they might one day face each other in the arena. Some fights were scripted to last longer, increasing suspense. Others were brutally real. They traded not always mean freedom. Even
Behold
famous
your
gladiators
sister,
could be forced to fight
Kayla,
again and again.
in the
Only a
cliffs.
few earned the wooden sword, a symbol of release from the arena. For most, the arena was both prison and grave. Women were not just spectators. Some women became obsessed with gladiators. They bore their sweat and believed to be magical. They wore jewelry made from their hair. There are records of noble women abandoning families for arena fighters. This obsession worried Roman leaders, but they allowed it, because it kept people distracted. As centuries passed, the games became more extreme. Emperors competed with each other to host larger, bloodier spectacles. Some games lasted for weeks. Thousands of animals were killed in a single event. Entire forests were emptied to satisfy Rome's hunger, but the cost was enormous. Transporting animals across continents drained
Show them the warrior you are.
Training fighters required time and money. As Rome faced invasions, corruption, and economic collapse, the arena became harder to maintain. Christianity challenged the very idea of the commons. Christian thinkers argued that human life was sacred. Martyrs were executed in arenas, where instead of fear, their calm acceptance of death disturbed the crowd. Slowly, public opinion began to shift. By the time gladiator fights were outlawed, the arenas had already begun to lose their magic. Stone sheets cracked, underground tunnels flooded. Once glorious structures became shelters, fortresses, even quarries. People stole stones from arenas to build churches and homes. The empire that once ruled the world could no longer afford its greatest spectacle. Yet, the idea of the arena never truly died. Modern sports stadiums, boxing rings, and combat sports all carry echoes of Rome. The cheering crowds, the heroes, the winners and losers, it is all familiar. The Roman arena taught the world how spectacle controls emotion. Today, when tourists walk through ancient arenas, they take photos. But beneath their feet lies history soaked in blood, fear, and ambition. The Roman arena was not just a place, it was a warning, a reminder of how easily entertainment can turn into cruelty, and how power can be maintained by feeding humanity's darkest desires. And as long as crowds gather to watch others fall, the spirit of the arena lives on. If you want, I can. Continue.
My family is free! Oh, child.
Stone walls rise high into the sky, stained with sweat, dust. This is not just a place of entertainment. This is the Roman, the heart of power, fear, and spectacle.
We walk out.
Roman Empire. The history of Roman arenas begins more than 2,000 years ago. As Rome expanded from a small city into a massive empire, its rulers understood one powerful truth. Controlling people was not only about armies and wars, but also about research. The arena was created to keep the masses entertained, obedient, and peaceful. The most famous of all of them was the Crassus.
We're not together. We're not together.
It could hold
Why you got to always kill this brother very hard?
rich
We've got together.
constantly action, while the poor citizens crowded. Emperors believed that if people were fed in any this idea became known as betrayal. But what happened inside the arena was far more significant. The arena was a place of power. At the center stood the public, the stage, strong, gladiators were not most were criminals. Some were volunteers, desperate men who traded freedom for fame, money, or survival. Gladiators trained in special schools called Luma. These schools were harsh and brutal. Fighters trained daily with wooden swords heavier than their weapons, strengthening their bodies beyond their limits. Their lives were controlled. They ate specific diets, followed strict routines, and were punished severely for disobedience. Despite their low status, gladiators were admired by the world. They became the celebrities of ancient Rome. Women and children. Their names
What do we do now?
and their images were sold as
We live.
Each gladiator belonged to a specific fighting style. Some wore heavy armor and carried shields and short swords. Others fought lightly armed, relying on speed and agility. Their helmets were designed to
My family is free! Oh, child.